JBN will keep you informed. Coming up in the news today, police trying to locate relatives of slain Lucy man. PM says more SOEs coming after budget. Spalding cop was ill-equipped for the situation, says Horace Chang. 17 new schools to be built. PNP offers $500,000 reward for information on Bloomfield's murder. And despite injuries, cop bravely fought off gunmen in midnight attack. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items. Police trying to locate relatives of slain man from Lucy. The police are trying to locate the relatives of a man who was shot dead in Prosper District in Lucy, Hanover in December last year. The lawmen said the deceased has been identified as Renardo Brown, otherwise called Brother Brown. He was clad in a red t-shirt, brown short pants and a pair of black boots, and was sporting a low-cut hairstyle at the time of his death. It is said that he is of medium build and estimated to have been about 188 centimeters or 6 feet 2 inches tall. Brown's body was reportedly discovered by passers-by about 8:30 p.m. on Monday, December 17, under the cellar of his house with gunshot wounds. The relatives or anyone who may be able to locate the relatives of Renardo Brown is being asked to contact the Lucy police at 876-956-2304. That's 876-956-2304. Police 119 emergency number or the nearest police station. PM says more SOEs coming after budget. Prime Minister Andrew Holness said yesterday that new states of public emergency SOEs will be declared soon after the 2019-2020 budget is passed by the House of Representatives. We'll be declaring states of public emergency as soon as we have approved the next budget, which will be done by the end of March. The Prime Minister told the House of Representatives as it debated two motions for the extension of the Zones of Special Operations, ZOSO, in Denham Town, Western Kingston, and Mount St. St. James, which were passed by the MPs. He also informed the House that the country was likely to see an additional Zone of Special Operations, ZOSO, prior to the budget's passage by March 31 in anticipation of resources, which will be made available in the new budget. Holness also noted that the government will continue to make resources available to the security forces for both the security and development of designated ZOSOs so that they can continue to focus on the development of the areas as well as increased security. Spalding's cop was ill-equipped for the situation, says Horace Chang. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang believes the policeman in the viral video of the shooting incident in Spalding's Clarendon on Tuesday was ill-equipped to handle the situation. Speaking on Wednesday at a Lion Club of Kingston luncheon at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel, Chang defended the policeman's action, saying that in his opinion, in the circumstances, the lawman had to use the only tool he had to defend himself. In the viral video, a policeman and a bus driver were seen in a standoff before the driver shoved the policeman in his chest, causing the cop to lose his balance. The bus driver then charged towards the policeman, who drew his firearm and fired the weapon. The driver's attack seemingly persisted during the gunfire from the cop, and further rounds were reportedly extended from the weapon, resulting in the driver being shot and injured. According to Chang, modern policing involves equipping cops with more than guns and batons, inclusive of tools that would have been more appropriate to handle such situations. He said that in some other countries, police personnel would have been individually equipped with items such as tasers, pepper spray, or a small canister of tear gas, a modern baton, a camera that he had control of, and a bulletproof vest, which the minister said seemed to have been all lacking in the viral video. That incident in Spalding, from a security point of view, we had a police officer in uniform, so he shouldn't be attacked, and we cannot condone that, declared Chang. But all he was armed with was a sidearm, regular police sidearm, so under attack he had no choice but to use his firearm. Had he had any of the equipment of modern policing, he could have easily trained that in the face of a hostile crowd of vendors and taxi drivers who can be quite aggressive to the police, to use one of the non-lethal weapons to intercept and control the crowd. Chang said for a properly equipped and trained police officer, the lethal power of the gun is for more life-threatening situations. The guns would be for a killer crowd. Those absent tools are basic equipment, and we have not equipped our police force effectively, he stated. Public agitation ahead of, during, and after the shooting incident has been cited as having contributed significantly to the tensions that surrounded the episode. Of note is that after the shooting, a police service vehicle was damaged and police reinforcement had to be rushed to the scene to calm the situation and rescue the policeman who reportedly fired the shots. This after he retreated to the safety of a business premises in the town. Chang said it was out of a recognition of the general shortage of proper facilities for the police, including rundown stations and outdated guard rooms, that the government has analyzed the situation and is geared at spending extensively to correct the problem over upcoming budget cycles. 17 new schools to be built. The government will be constructing 17 new schools at locations across the island to provide adequate and comfortable infrastructure for students and teachers. Of the total, 10 will be primary institutions, while the remaining 7 will be secondary schools. Minister of Education, Youth and Information, Senator Ruel Reid, who made the disclosure at a press conference at the ministry in Kingston on Tuesday, said that the submissions for the undertaking have been made to the Public Investment Management Secretariat, PIMSEC. We have submitted our 17 schools to PIMSEC, which is now a requirement for all government capital expenditure, and as funds are available, the projects will be approved, he said. The minister was given an update on school infrastructure projects, said that new institutions are needed in Montego Bay, St. James, and other areas across the country. In Manchester Northeastern, at both Mile Gully and Christiana High, there are defects. Also at Homewood, in all those areas we need more schools. We have primary schools such as Mapen Primary in Clarendon, which is the largest primary school in the Caribbean, and it is on shift. There are lands in the Clarendon area, he said. Reid noted that the additional schools will provide adequate infrastructure to make our children comfortable in the teaching and learning environment. We have to make sure there are enough publicly funded institutions so that no child will be left behind. All our children will have a seamless opportunity to pursue their education unhindered, with full state support up to age 18, leaving with an associate degree, he said. Meanwhile, Reid informed that close to $2 billion has been spent on school infrastructure and maintenance since 2016. He said that over the past 2.5 years, the government has undertaken a massive infrastructure renovation and development program, which has significantly improved the learning environment for students. Additionally, he said that since 2018, a total of $888 million has been allocated to 381 schools to undertake critical repairs, with the bulk of the figure going to primary institutions. These include roof work, renovating bathrooms, tiling of classrooms, repair of fencing, windows and doors, installation of whiteboards, among other things. The Education Minister said $738.6 million has been disbursed to carry out repairs by way of service level agreements. We cost the project, we send the money into the bank accounts of the schools, and we have an agreement in terms of how those funds are to be expended, he noted. Furthermore, Reid said that approximately $97 million has been spent for the completion of 35 new flush toilet systems, with procurement and additional works in progress for 16 others. Just over $121 million has been allocated under the Capital Aid budget to remove pit latrines in 51 schools. Reid said the National Education Trust, NET, has been one of the lead agencies in terms of school infrastructure upgrade. PNP offers $500,000 reward for information on Bloomfield's murder. A reward of $500,000 is being offered by the People's National Party, PNP, to anyone with information that leads to the arrest of those responsible for the murder of East Portland Member of Parliament Dr. Linvale George Bloomfield. The reward is being offered through Crime Stop. Bloomfield's body was found with multiple stab wounds inside his house in Passy Gardens, Portland on Saturday. PMP General Secretary Julian Robinson called for anyone with information to come forward so as to help the police's investigation. Robinson said in addition to the reward, the party will also be having a series of events to honor Bloomfield Services community, constituency, and the nation. He said the MP's murder is one in a series of wanton acts of criminality across the country that leaves too many individuals and families in mourning and robs the nation of its best potential. The security of every Jamaican, regardless of their status, must be assured by the government. It is particularly troubling when someone such as Dr. Bloomfield, who was clearly an individual diligently serving his country and community, is slaughtered in this way, Robinson said. Despite injuries, COP bravely fought off gunmen in midnight attack. The police have arrested a man who is suspected to have been among a group of armed persons who carried out a gun attack on a lawman in Old Harbour, St. Catherine early on Wednesday morning. The lawman sustained multiple gunshot wounds from the attack and has been hospitalized in a serious condition. Reports are that shortly after midnight, the policeman was in a private car on West Street in the town when he was attacked by a group of armed men. The men are said to have opened fire, hitting the lawman several times. The cop managed to return the fire, hitting a suspected member of the group of attackers. The injured policeman had to take cover in a nearby building to survive the attack. The man who was shot by the cop was arrested by police personnel from the nearby Old Harbour station in the St. Catherine South Division, who came to the assistance of their distressed colleague. Further investigations continue into the incident, with the police now searching for the other suspected members of the group of attackers. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.